Right now at 10, why a southeast Wisconsin native is making one of his first steps toward mayor in La Crosse's Myrick Park.
And La Crosse Police Department connects with the community through America's favorite pastime.
Plus, a nationwide movement looking to restore Memorial Day carries through the Coulee region.
Watching WKBT La Crosse, this is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Emily Brown.
And I'm Ken Kozarowski. Republican Josh Schoemann has created a committee to run for Wisconsin governor in 2026. That makes him the first candidate from either party to get into the race. Now, he currently serves as county executive of Washington County, which is just northwest of Milwaukee. Schoemann kicking off his run for governor by hosting a running event with students from UW-La Crosse around La Crosse's Myrick Park.
We definitely have to get people talking with one another. I think the best way to do it is to start with the people. We've lost our focus on the people, and the best governors in Wisconsin history have always brought things back to the people. Give them the power, put the focus on them. They'll give you the ideas for the shared vision. That's what we're going to do.
Now, the Democratic Governor Tony Evers has not indicated whether he will run for a third term.
Today, Evers announced Wisconsin is joining 18 states in a lawsuit against the Trump administration's cuts to the Department of Health and Human Services. Programs impacted by the cuts include reducing lead poisoning risks in Milwaukee schools, tracking and reducing maternal death, and discouraging the use of tobacco products by young people. In a statement, he criticized the cuts, stating, quote, "These devastating decisions will jeopardize the health and safety of Wisconsinites and our communities."
In Madison, a group of Republican lawmakers want retailers to keep accepting cash. They say that not everyone has a debit or credit card. Under a proposed bill, a retailer who violates the rule would face a $200 to $5,000 fine.
Well, downtown drivers have some detours to deal with. Sections of 6th Street are shut down between Cass and State for a complete summer-long reconstruction. The project will be completed in stages to minimize disruption. Crews will install new utility lines, enhanced lighting, and dedicated bike lanes during the work. The project is scheduled to wrap up by late August.
And commuters on 16 will also face some slowdowns. The eastbound lanes from La Crosse Street to Gillette Street are down to just one lane for construction. Those restrictions remain until May 16th. Officials recommend using US 53 and I-90 as alternate routes during the project.
Ho-Chunk Nation is raising awareness to violence against Indigenous women in the Americas. The Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women 5K highlights the high number of missing and murdered women. In 2016, nearly 6,000 cases of missing Native American women were reported, but the U.S. Department of Justice is only tracking 100 of those cases. Organizers hope events like this can address the high rates of violence.
We need everybody to be aware because we need everybody to help make sure that our people are safe. We have people that are being trafficked, people that are being held and being drugged and being used, and we can't do everything on our own.
The event featured a proclamation from Mayor Shondell Washington Spivey. This is the 4th annual 5K run.
It's a game changer for county call centers.
La Crosse now using AI for non-emergencies. News 8 Now's Allison Fergut explains.
The new AI platform is designed to efficiently handle routine or non-urgent calls. The move allows dispatchers to focus on emergency situations. In an announcement, county officials said the AI platform underwent several months of training before today's launch. The AI system will transfer calls to live dispatchers if it determines a situation is an emergency, and callers can ask the AI to be transferred to a human dispatcher at any point. La Crosse County said the AI system will not replace any jobs, but the technology is expected to reduce staffing pressures and improve dispatcher efficiency. Last year, the county's communications center handled around 140,000 non-emergency calls. Reporting in the newsroom, Allison Fergut, News 8 Now.
Thank you, Allison. The Milwaukee Brewers are partnering with police departments statewide, including in La Crosse. The team sending trading cards to those departments to hand out to kids in their communities. The program gives officers a chance to connect with youth through the mutual love of baseball.
In communities and become approachable and helpful to communities and not intimidating. And sometimes, baseball cards are a good sort of building block and a good icebreaker, if you will.
The new baseball trading cards will feature some of the iconic fan favorites of this year's squad, including Christian Yelich, Jackson Chourio, and William Contreras.
Well, it's definitely a nice day out there. Not quite as warm in some areas for Sunday, but we're going to kind of flip that around for Tuesday and get those temperatures back up close to 80. But all in all, very pleasant, very mild evening right now. Overnight temperatures will drop back down into the mid to upper 40s, which is right where we should be this time of year. Under light winds, clear skies, so really a nice way to start off. We look at overall for La Crosse, getting back up quickly to 72. And notice the winds will be light out of the northwest, not that east-northeast direction we had today where that cooler air came in. Otherwise, for Eau Claire, very similar conditions too, 47, and also getting quickly back up to about the mid-70s almost by noon under plenty of sunshine too. All in all, the system that brought out a little bit of cooler air and some clouds that lows begin to push off to the east now in northern Indiana or northern Ohio. Otherwise, the activity to the west is really just going to stay there too. Unfortunately, we're going to be blocked in this, so we're not going to see any of that activity get even close to us. So later on, we'll break down how long this dry pattern may last, and in fact, it may last through the middle of the month, and then we'll give you an idea how warm we might get next week too. So if you like warm, dry conditions, you're going to like the next 2 weeks probably.
All right, sounds good to me. Thanks, Greg.
A nonprofit honoring the sacrifices of the military stopped in Onalaska today. Carrying the Load looks to preserve the sanctity of Memorial Day. It was created in 2011 by Navy SEALs Clint Bruce and Steve Hawley. Since then, it's become a nationwide tour. They unite the veteran community by telling inspiring stories of their fellow vets.
We're here to, again, to commemorate those veterans and first responders that have lost their lives, and to be here for their families as a place where they can come and they can share their stories and honor and commemorate their loved ones.
The tour's next stop is in Madison, Wisconsin. It will wrap up in Dallas on May 25th.
Change officially coming to La Crosse's school board at tonight's meeting. Meredith Garcia, Jeff Jackson, and Molly Fuchs sworn in at this evening's ceremony. Garcia, of course, an incumbent. The board also selecting a new president following Juan Jimenez's decision not to seek re-election. Also at tonight's meeting, Bray Architects outlining some design plans for the future school at the Hogan site, as well as the additions to State Road Elementary.
UWL students participated in a reverse career fair today. Unlike the traditional career fair, employers approach the students at their booths. Students stand beside posters showcasing their research, and employers provide feedback on their findings and discuss possible career paths. Organizers say the model encourages employers to look beyond a resume.
One of the things that they've told us is that it's not just the hard skills, how do you use equipment, but it's also how do you work together to solve problems. And that's a lot of what this semester does, is working as groups to try and solve particular problems and come up with a coherent story about what's going on.
The fair showcased biochemistry students' semester-long research projects.
Jury selection in the federal trial of Sean Diddy Combs.
What the court is considering as the entertainment mogul faces serious charges, including sex trafficking and racketeering.
You're ready for home improvement. Bathroom, kitchen, windows, doors, and more. The question is who? Begin here. The Board Store Home Improvements. The most experienced sales team in the area. The most experienced installation team. Plan with designers concerned about meeting your wants and needs. Choose from a selection of superior products. Receive a detailed proposal and a firm price. No pressure, no games. Recently voted Best of La Crosse, locally owned and operated. More than you expect for less than you thought. The Board Store.
Get an 11% rebate on everything when you shop at Menards. May is Maytag month, which means big savings on Maytag appliances at Menards all month long. Shop the largest in-stock appliance selection, ready to take home today. Visit us in-store and save big on your next appliance upgrade. Pick up a Maytag top-load washer or electric dryer for just $6.48 each. Plus, get an 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
May is Better Hearing Month. Come in for your free, no obligation hearing exam at the Better Hearing Center. It's always easier to get help sooner rather than later. You adapt easier when you're younger.
I think some of the big things people will say is, why did I wait so long? It was easy, and I'm really enjoying the things that I used to again. The family's happier, they're happier, and they're enjoying their life again. May is Better Hearing Month, so come in for your free hearing screening at Better Hearing Center.
Jury selection is underway in the sex trafficking and racketeering trial of Sean Diddy Combs.
The entertainment mogul has been in custody since September on federal charges and has pleaded not guilty. Jared Hill reports from New York.
Sean Diddy Combs hugged his attorney after entering the courtroom on day one of jury selection in his federal criminal trial. Dressed in a sweater and a collared shirt, Combs observed the pool of potential jurors being questioned. 12 will decide his fate. 6 alternates will also be selected.
The job of both sides is, because no one is fair and impartial, is to try to find the people who are least partial.
Prospective jurors are being asked questions like whether they've been the victim of a crime or have feelings concerning violence and sexual assault. The disgraced entertainment mogul faces 5 charges, including sex trafficking and racketeering conspiracy. Prosecutors claim Combs drugged his alleged victims and forced them to engage in sexual acts.
When Combs didn't get his way, he was violent.
A key piece of evidence, the graphic hotel surveillance video in which Diddy is seen kicking and dragging his then-girlfriend Cassie Ventura in a hotel in 2016. He publicly apologized after CNN released the video last year.
My behavior on that video is inexcusable.
During the trial, Diddy is expected to come face-to-face with his 4 accusers. They include Cassie, who sued Diddy, accusing him of sexual assault and abuse over the span of a decade. While that lawsuit was settled out of court, it laid the groundwork for this criminal trial.
This is about this individual using a business to run a criminal enterprise.
Attorney Judy Saunders says defense lawyers will try to shift public perception. Last week, Combs rejected a plea deal. If convicted, he could spend the rest of his life in prison. Jared Hill, CBS News, New York.
The trial is expected to last 8 weeks. Opening statements are expected to begin next Monday.
Well, President Trump said he's directing officials to rebuild and reopen Alcatraz. He says the infamous prison will house America's most ruthless and violent offenders. Alcatraz closed in 1963, called too expensive to operate by federal prison officials. The site is now operated by the National Park Service as a tourist destination.
About 1/5 of 4-star generals and admirals will be cut. The cuts go across the military, according to a memo signed by Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth. As of 2023, there were 37 4-star generals and admirals across the entire military. In the memo, Hegseth wrote the cuts are an effort to remove redundant force structure and streamline leadership. Still to come, southern states prepare for another round of violent storms.
What cities are expected to be hit and what the system could bring.
Never mind, ignore the headline. It's not going to be damp and cool here. We're going to have nice warm and mild conditions and dry. We'll break down how long this dry pattern will last and how many 80-degree days you might see in that process. That all coming up on the First Warn Weather Update after the break.
Protect yourself from the harsh sun with Sonesta retractable awnings and solar screens from Asher Lassen Exteriors. Receive up to 22% off your entire project, plus no money down, no payments, and no interest for up to 12 months. Request a free, no-obligation consultation at goasher.com.
Ah, it's deer season.
Already? Nice knowing you. We gotta hide.
No, not that deer season. Deer season. It's that time of year when you can get $3,000 off at an authorized John Deere dealer.
A deer season that saves bucks?
That's right.
It's deer season, now through June 2nd.
Visit Tractor Central today to find out why nothing runs like a deer. Start now at TractorCentral.com.
It's a John Deere day.
It's customer appreciation time at Wesco, and we're saying thank you with exclusive savings on furniture and bedding, and your deal is just one spin away. Every spin wins, whether you're upgrading your bedroom or furnishing your dream living room. Now's the perfect time to save in style. Your home, your style, your savings, your Wesco. Stop in and spin before this deal rolls away. And don't forget to tell them Peyton sent you.
Well, that was too close. If we keep waiting, it'll get one of us.
I know these things can be a real hazard, but groundwater does this to concrete all the time.
Water did this.
Mm-hmm. But it's okay. You can lift it back up.
Well, let's get lifting.
Let's do it.
The effects of water can be surprising, but you can.
Put water back in its place with a free inspection from Innovative Basement Authority. For a limited time, get $500 off any repairs when you call or go online today.
Give your business the dumpster service it deserves for 15% less than you're paying now with Big Hook. Big Hook offers daily, weekly, or monthly pickups with professional drivers and 24-hour emergency service to our La Crosse County customers. New commercial accounts lock in a 15% savings, plus be one of the first 100 to sign up and get free delivery, setup, and a $50 gift card. This is a limited time offer. Save more with service you can trust. Contact Big Hook today.
Protect your home with Tundra seamless gutters and gutter helmet from Asher Lassen Exteriors. Receive up to 22% off your entire project, plus no money down, no payments, and no interest for up to 12 months. Connect with the Asher team today and request a free, no-obligation consultation at goasher.com.
Is it time for new windows or doors? Contact the company who has done the research for you. The best windows and doors installed by the best people. Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions.
The news continues on News 8 Now. Expect more.
Some cities in the south and eastern U.S. facing potential flooding, hail, and possible tornadoes.
Maribel Gonzalez pinpoints where some are still cleaning up from the last round of storms and where the new potentially damaging threats are headed.
A severe storm system is threatening the southern plains across Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Louisiana. Across much of western Texas, damaging rain, hail, wind, and tornadoes are possible. The news comes amid recovery efforts for some in Burnett County after a tornado touched down on Thursday.
I didn't realize it was a tornado, but you could hear the wind for sure.
The minute we shut the door, I went blacked out. I don't remember anything.
The Lone Star State has been pounded by storms. Just days ago, water rescues were underway in the Huffman area and further north in Lawton, Oklahoma. Moving east, people in Monad, Missouri are thankful to be alive after a tornado hit last Tuesday.
I was at home in my shelter about 2 miles south of here. It can be rebuilt. Nothing can't be replaced.
In Louisiana, rooftops were ripped off after tornadoes churned through parts of the state on Friday. Monday's radar shows that new storm threats stretch into the eastern part of the country, from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, down to Raleigh, North Carolina. A few rounds of rain could cause some flooding issues for New York City, Long Island, and parts of Connecticut. Not much sun in the Sunshine State, with central and southern Florida facing potentially heavy thunderstorms into the overnight hours. I'm Maribel Gonzalez reporting.
On that weather risk graphic, noticeably clear was the Midwest.
In our area, yes. It was sunny and quite pleasant this past weekend. It's one of my favorite times of year here. Everything's in full bloom. Well, almost in full bloom. But it's nice seeing the trees get some leaves again and the Bradford pears blooming, and just lovely outside, Greg.
Yeah, it's all part of because the atmosphere is in a blocking pattern, and that's why a lot of the southeast, south centrals can continue to get this unsettled weather and more of the severe weather because it's going to be blocked, and we're going to get the fantastic weather, and it's going to stick around probably for another week and a half. So really, it's what we're dealing with. So tomorrow it definitely will be a little bit warmer. We'll probably see more 80s. There's a little bit of a cold front coming through, so temperatures fall back a little bit Wednesday, and they fall back Thursday. But even Thursday, they're more seasonable. They're still a little bit above average. And then warming back out Friday through the weekend. The warmest period, or at least right now, more confidence, could be early next week, where we might see some mid-80s before a system gets close enough. That'll be one to watch, but we could get fairly warm ahead of it and breezy too. Overall, why it's so blocked is because the jet stream really is one branch to the south, and there's a weak one well up to the north. You can see how far north in Canada it's going. We're in between, so we're really not going to see any significant systems. Anything gets caught in here, it's just pretty much going to go to the northeast and hit the eastern seaboard. Well, they've already had it too. So what we're going to see basically going through Wednesday now into Thursday. Thursday, a little bit of a notch of the jet kind of comes down. That'll cool us off a little bit, but then it's going to rebuild as we go throughout the weekend. Once again, really far north, all the way up to Edmond, Vancouver. This will keep really us quiet and warm. The warmest conditions probably just to our west. This pattern will continue until early next week when we start seeing a system begin to approach the west coast. Now, this jet right there, is it going to make it across the Intermountain West and get to our area to actually break this whole block? We'll see, but for right now, that's the next best shot for any precipitation coming. Would probably be next Thursday and Friday, and that's still quite low at this point too. And we'll look at the May outlook. We'll see what the second half has to do with it, but it doesn't look favorable to see a lot of precipitation going forward. There's still pretty good confidence we will end up below average at some point, and it's the way it's going, it's probably going to be a pretty good sure bet we will. Now, temperatures will fluctuate a little bit, as I mentioned. We do have a little bit of a cold front coming through. Some of these cooler colors start kind of diving southeast. So Thursday, you can start seeing it a little bit cooler there. And then going into Friday, all this warm air to the west as the jet pushes back up to the north is going to be pulled our direction for Friday, Saturday, and then it gets even darker as we go through Monday and Tuesday as you see these warmer temperatures get pulled well north. And that's why I think we'll see we could see some mid-80s going Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday as the system gets the approach, but we'll see if it actually gets here. Otherwise, there's your temperatures tomorrow. A lot of 80s up there, low 80s overall, so quite nice. As we go into Wednesday, we're going to start seeing the temperatures dip a little bit, especially further north. Upper 60s, further south, won't quite see that cooler air yet, so maybe mid to upper 70s. You'll see it on Thursday with the temperatures. These is more where we should be, upper 60s to low 70s. That'll be the coolest temperatures. You can see that wind coming right out of the east. That'll help us cool us down a little bit. But then Friday, look at that, back to the 70s. And look at these temperatures to the west, 80s, mid-80s. So that's going to be coming potentially as we go throughout the second half of the weekend, and keep an eye on early next week where we could get even warmer than 81. But otherwise, a fantastic Mother's Day weekend coming up with great conditions near 80 degrees. You can't beat it being since we went through all the unsettled weather for the last 2 weeks. We're going to have about a 2-week period where it's going to be like this.
It's like you could plop us in June with those kind of conditions.
This is pretty much, it's getting like that. So enjoy it because we don't know what the second half comes for May.
Yeah, very true.
Yes.
Thanks, Greg. Coming up next in sports, league battles. Familiar foes going toe-to-toe on the diamond. Plus, the T-Wolves know who their next opponent is in the Western Conference playoffs. Hear from Chris Finch on the matchup. Jacob is next.
It's an easy puzzle to solve. The one app your phone can't live without. Bringing you local news, sports, streaming video, and a lot more. The News 8 Now app. Get it today. Oh, and good job on the puzzle.
Mother's Day is almost here, and it's time to visit Jolivet Family Farms. 8 greenhouses full of a wide variety of flowers, vegetable, and plants, all grown for this climate. Jolivet's features one of the area's largest selections of hanging baskets. Succulents, clematis, citronella mosquito plants, horseradish, rhubarb, asparagus. Find unique lawn and garden decor. Take home a strawberry rhubarb pie, rhubarb crisp, or try the new peanut butter pie from our homemade bakery. All this and so much more. Jolivet Family Farms, West Salem.
This is the story about a little empathy. No matter where little empathy looked, it just couldn't find its place in the world. Which was sad, because it had so much to give. Then one day, little empathy made a friend. And the friend took it somewhere it would always be useful and appreciated. Welcome to a place where healthcare is all about caring. Amplify Health. A little empathy changes everything.
We see you out there, building a life you love, knowing that when inspiration strikes, nothing should get in your way. At Blaine's, we're here to help with everything you need to make it happen at prices that make it possible. Right now, Rewards members get a free $5 gift card with a $45 Miracle-Gro purchase, like large bags of Miracle-Gro potting mix, just $11.99. Plus, check out our assortment of live plants in our outdoor garden centers, now open. Blaine's Farm and Fleet, being original.
We have a very special bond, I think, as a family. Spectrum is the connecting thread to everything we do.
It provides us with reliability, lightning speeds, and allows us to do what we need to do in our lives.
From school to homework to entertainment, Spectrum's the perfect match for me and my family.
Fast, reliable internet starting at $30 a month, backed by the Spectrum commitment to keep you connected.
Covering all the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports with Jacob Lenzendorf.
We are reaching that point in this season where conference title races are starting to take form, and some of the best are separating themselves from the rest. Aquinas hoping to keep pace with Holman in the MVC. Blue Golds with just one league loss. Riverhawks looking for that first conference victory. First inning, great approach from Isaac Shelfout with 2 strikes. Serves one to center field to score Johnny Dietz. Then moments later, more good hitting from the home side. Landon Teachout goes the other way. play, and that ball falls in fair territory to add another to the blue-gold tally. In the second inning, a highlight for Central. That is Derek Pangier with the slick sliding snag out in center, but it was Aquinas' day. Shelf out, spins a gem, and the Blue Golds go on to take this one in 6, 10-0. The final. Staying in the MVC, the Onalaska Hilltoppers hosting the Logan Rangers. First inning in this one, one man on for Ian Cole. Gets all of this pitch deep to left field. That one goes to the wall and puts runners on second and third. A few batters later, it's Hunter Morse. Ground ball to short, and it's through the legs of the defense. 2-run score. Anna takes the lead. Logan would answer. Man on for Bradley Check. Gets one past the defense, and younger brother Tommy is going to score. Rangers down 1, but the Hilltoppers would take control. Cooper Rudai, fly ball to left field. Should be deep enough to score a run, and it is. Logan mounts a late comeback, but it's Onalaska who takes this one by a final of 8-6. Let's go to Cashton. Eagles are 1 game ahead of Hillsboro in the Scenic Bluff standings. We kick things off in the top of the third. Check out the reflexes by Sarah Schroeder. Flips it over to first for the out. And to the bottom of the third inning we'll go. Kate Wall up, and she's going to send a rocket to center field as she would bring in Sophie Lukaszewski. Then next at bat, Evelyn Weber would bring home Wall, and then Peyton Bregan would line this one past the first baseman to bring Weber to the promised land. Hillsboro makes things interesting in the late stages, but it's Cashin who wins this one by 2, 7-5. Other Cinco de Mayo scores. Onalaska's Sydney Kraus twirls a no-hitter and homers against Sparta. Luther squeaks by Westby. West Salem takes care of Viroqua, and Melrose Mindoro takes down Eau Claire Emmanuel in softball action. In baseball action, West Salem blows by Viroqua. Black River Falls downs Neilsville in 5. North Crawford's Landon Blaha walks off Wazeeka Steuben, and Alma Center Lincoln beats Cochrane Fountain City by 10. All right, Brewers welcoming in the Astros. Third inning with a runner in scoring position. This one is going to be sat on by William Contreras, and he puts a good swing on it, sending it to left, and Joey Ortiz waved around to get the scoring started. And the very next hitter, Christian Yelich, and what a better way to celebrate your 1,500th game of your career than with a home run. That one enters the Toyota territory, makes it 3-0. Nice work by Tobias Myers today, but you get in some trouble, but how good has Nick Mears been out of the bullpen? With the bases loaded, he induces the ground ball to end the threat, and the Crew go on to win 5-1. And now it's official. The T-Wolves know who they will take on in the Western Conference semis. The Warriors went into Houston and beat the Rockets last night, so that sets the stage for Anthony Edwards and Minnesota. A chance to take down another legend in the sport in Stephen Curry. And head coach Chris Finch says this will be a tall task, as nobody has become more familiar with winning than the Warriors.
It's obviously a tough matchup. I mean, it's a championship pedigree team. You know, they're similar to us. They played their best basketball down the stretch and into the playoffs. We got a lot of things to contemplate coming in this series. It's going to be definitely a tough one for us.
Timberwolves went 1-3 against Golden State during the regular season. Tip-off for Game 1 tomorrow night, 8:30 on TNT. And in those meetings, they didn't have Jimmy Butler. The Warriors didn't, so it could be a new wrinkle as well. So we will see how that one goes. We're pulling for the T-Wolves.
Absolutely.
And good win for the Brewers tonight against the Astros.
Guard Steph, guard Buddy Hield, because that dude couldn't miss last night to eliminate Emily's Rockets.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
Go T-Wolves.
Yes, go T-Wolves.
Go T-Wolves.
Thanks, guys.
All right, more news right after this.
Banking should be easy. Ultra's A+ accounts put online and mobile banking at your fingertips. Plus, a contactless debit card for everyday purchases. No stress, just banking made for you. Now that's worth celebrating. Open your account today.
Join today's shoppers as they explore Sweet Valley Artisans.
There's so many good things here. How do you pick just one?
You don't.
I've been looking for something to hang in my garage. What about this? Or this?
Vintage clothing and accessories? Let's check it out. Have you found anything yet? Yeah?
I'm getting hungry just looking at this. I know what you mean.
Stop in and find your treasure today.
For over 40 years, Lacrosse Glass and Overhead Door has been the go-to company for anything glass and door. We offer a large stock inventory of CEHI garage doors to help you find the perfect fit. As a locally owned business, we take pride in our work and always get the job done. From commercial glass and glazing to residential glass and CHI garage doors, we have the experience and expertise to help you. Call or visit our website today.
It's amazing all the work that goes into growing this little guy. The research you've done over the past decades is critical to grow a good quality crop.
The UW-Madison has developed light casts to help farmers manage leaf blight before it takes root in potato fields.
I can't really overstate how important that is.
What's at stake isn't just the crop in the ground, it's the sustainability of your family farm.
This partnership really makes me proud to be a Wisconsin farmer.
One Wisconsin, on Wisconsin.
Deals are popping up all over the place this week at Fleet Farm. Like Farm Fresh Selects veggie and herb plants, 3 for $9.99. 1 cubic foot bags of Miracle Grow Moisture Control Potting Mix are just $9.99. And ladies' Carhartt Tencel t-shirts are 25% off. From garden staples to workwear essentials, Fleet Farm has everything you need this season, always at the best prices, guaranteed.
We know that home is where you can be yourself. Whether you're buying, building, or refinancing, our competitive rates and local servicing can help find the loan that fits you. Home is your happy place. Get the loan that fits you with a home loan from Ultra.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Fashion's biggest night was in full swing as celebrities donned the red carpet for New York's Metropolitan Museum of Art's Met Gala.
Yep, the dress code tailored for you. Stars from the sports, arts, and entertainment world showed off their looks on the iconic Met staircase. The outfits gave plenty of nods to suiting and menswear, but also tributes to Black fashion icons, designers, and dandies dating back to the 18th century. The Met says its annual theme is designed to, quote, provide guidance and invite creative interpretation.
There's always a lot of creative interpretation at the Met Gala.
Yes, and we just have to say, Sabrina Carpenter, you are resembling a version of her outfit at the Met Gala.
We both went burgundy tonight.
I say you did it better, though,
Oh,
Ken.
wow,
Yeah.
that's high praise.
Much
Because she was
better.
very elegant.
Yes, yes. Everyone looked great. My personal favorites were the Kardashians. They looked good. They looked good. And Suki Waterhouse
All right.
was a big win for me, too. All right, Greg has a final look at your forecast right after this.
I did know that back pain, foot pain come along with the job of waiting tables, but since getting the arch supports from the Good Feet store, I have had no pain. I'm more positive. It's like opening up a whole new life, like sunshine coming out.
See how we can help you too at the Good Feet store. Protect your home with Tundra seamless gutters and gutter helmet from Asher Lasting Exteriors. Our highly trained technicians can install the complete water management system for your home with our exclusive custom gutters, gutter helmet, and helmet heat. Gutter helmet is filter free, so it will never clog, guaranteeing you'll never clean your gutters again. Receive up to 22% off your entire project, plus no money down, no payments, and no interest for up to 12 months. Connect with the Asher team today and request a free, no-obligation consultation at goasher.com or call us at 888-GO-ASHER.
The Driftless region is a thriving community where tradition and innovation shine. And Culligan has a long history of providing custom solutions to address the area's water worries, like iron, sulfur, PFAS, and manganese. Culligan, water you love since 1936.
I do like knowing the person that's sitting across from my desk. I've formed a lot of relationships over the years based on trust. When I see the look on a member's face, when I say, yes, this loan is good, you're good to go, it makes me happy. To me, being the team you can trust is honesty. When you do a loan with me at Firefighters Credit Union, like everything we do, it's not about the car, it's about you.
Everybody's welcome at Firefighters Credit Union.
Get solar and get saving with Olson Solar Energy.
The biggest thing I want to get across to people, whether it's via email or voicemail or text, is we are a local Wisconsin family-owned turnkey solar company.
We have project managers that will walk you through the process, keep you informed along the way, and make sure that the communication is the best that it can be.
All the financial benefits are awesome. And then on top of that, it's green energy. How can you lose?
A home you love. A business that endures. It takes your vision, your hard work, and your dedication to bring them to life. The right tools help. Case IH truly understands your vision and what you need to achieve it. That's why we build the equipment, the local dealer and service network, and the data and tech you want today and tomorrow. Because we don't just build our equipment to work. We built it to work for you.
Visit any of your local Johnson Tractor dealerships, now including La Crosse and Richland Center.
What do we got, Greg?
Well, I think we got nice conditions going on tomorrow, right?
I think so too.
I think so. Look at those.
We are not avoiding the sun.
Yeah, going to be that. It's going to continue.
All right. Thanks for joining us tonight at 10.